Hi everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to another layout video. Today I am working with some photos from a recent trip to Disney World. These are particularly photos from Animal Kingdom in the Dinosaur area. So I'm going to start off with these two green pieces of paper, and I am adding some mixed media to them with some Bria Reese watercolor creams. It's a brown watercolor crayon kind of thing. I add a little water there to it on the packaging and use my new Vicki Boutin stencil brush to brush it through this new stencil. Now, I think this is one of my newer stencils. It is a Vicki Boutin one. I think it goes with Print Shop, but I might be wrong. I was lucky enough to find a few new sets of stencils at Tuesday Morning recently, and I'm pretty sure they were Print Shop, but I've already taken them out of packaging and everything, so I don't really remember, but I really like the stencils, so they work out nicely. Now, over top of the watercolor cream, I'm adding some distressed texture paste, and I think it just, adds a little bit of interest and then texture, of course, to my photos here. Now, I'm using a paper from Vicki Boutin's Fernwood collection. I know I'm late in the game, but I just got the 12 by 12 paper pad. I've had a lot of the pieces of that collection before, but I found the paper pad on clearance and ordered it with a few other things recently. So that is where all these little hexagons that you'll see are coming from. Now I'm doing the same thing to my other page because this is a double page layout, and I'm adding, the stencils with the watercolor creams, and then I'm going to put the same texture paste over top of it with that flowered stencil. Now, one thing I really messed up with that you don't see here, but I put my stencils to the side and I did not clean them off right away. And it wasn't a big deal for the watercolor cream one, but the one that I used the texture paste on, man, I had to scrub quite a bit to get that clean. So here's a nice reminder to always clean your stencils right after you use them. It's not that hard, but it will be much more difficult when you let everything dry on there. Oops. Oh well, it happens. We all do it. Now, I'm adding these little hexagons. I think they're cute and just add a nice little pop of color. It was a whole page of hexagons, and then I cut all of them out so I'd have a nice variety to work with. And then it makes, your paper go a little further and makes your layouts more different from each other and a little more interesting, I think. So, I'm putting them down here with my Tombow tape runner. Usually I would have used double-sided tape for this, but I don't know, I was just in the mood to use something a little bit different. It is a nice permanent adhesive, but it's not quite as sticky as the double-sided tape. So it works nicely. I'm able to, kind of quickly peel them back up if I needed to. Sometimes I find that lining this kind of stuff up where I want it can be a bit of a process, a little bit tough, but it worked out, and in the end I like where I put everything. Not everything ends up where it is here at the moment, but that's okay. We roll with it. I do love all the different colors in this collection. I know Fernwood is not particularly new now. It's probably 2 or 3 years old, but probably 2 years. 1 year? Year and a half? Something like that. But I do love Vicki Boutin's, kind of more outdoorsy, naturey kind of collections. They suit me well. Now, I have a ride photo. This is us actually on Dinosaur. If you've been to Disney World, you know that they take that picture of you, and it's just so silly. We got the photo pass this time. I'd never done that before, so I've never really had ride photos before, but it's so much fun to document those this go around. So I'm really glad we have that, and man, they just make me laugh. Now, here is another photo outside of the Dinosaur ride where they have that little garden walk kind of area with a bunch of different dinosaur statues. They're silly and fun to take pictures with. And then again, because we had that photo pass, we took some silly photos in front of the large dinosaur where one of the, Disney workers with the camera was there taking silly photos of anybody that wanted them. So my sister and I had to get some of those silly photos done. Now I'm using black photo corners for this. This is not my usual method. Usually I would, matte my photos, but I don't know, something about this, I was just like, I don't really want to matte all these photos. Maybe I was just being lazy, I'm not sure. And I thought, I'm going to use those photo corners instead. And I actually, I really like how it turns out. I think it looks nice that way. Sometimes it's nice to mix it up. Now I'm using my Thickers ruler to draw some journal lines right there on the page. Because this is just regular cardstock, it's not textured or anything, I felt like, writing right there on the page really worked out. I'm using my black Jelly Roll pen. I really love these. Currently the black one that I use all the time is almost out. I just bought some more off Amazon, though I know you can get them at Joann's, Michael's, pretty much anywhere that you might get scrapbook supplies. I love them because they're archival quality. They're a nice little gel pen. They're easy to use, so highly recommend if you need a new journal pen. Just writing about how we enjoyed our time on the ride. We did go to Disney with my other sister as well and her son. He's only 5, so he was not too interested in going on the dinosaur ride, so my younger sister and I went together and had a lot of fun while he really enjoyed the playground. I want to title this is just, kind of a boring title. It's going to be titled Dinosaur. I know, very creative. I'm using a set of thickers that I've had for a while but have not used many of. They are called, let's see, First Ave, I believe. Yeah, First AVE period, so First Avenue. And they're really cute because they're black, puffy thickers, and then they've got little flowers and leaves. They're just very, natural, outdoorsy kind of things. And man, I think that fits this layout so well. So I spell out Dinosaur. I start at the end just because I knew where I wanted it to end, and I didn't know where exactly I wanted it to start, so it would end that way. So I started backwards. And then I'm going through the embellishments I have left from the Fernwood collection, and then there's this one that says On the Horizon, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I put it underneath the word dinosaur, so it's like dinosaur on the horizon, like on the dinosaur ride, you capture the dinosaur and bring it back. So I thought that was perfect there. Now I'm trying to add just a few embellishments, not too many, because this layout, it's got a lot going on with the stuff that I've done to the background, but I want to add a few things. I had made this cute little circle. It says, love this. That's from a print shop stamp. I'm going to add some foam there on the back to pop it up. I think that just kind of makes it stand out a little bit more, and it just gives my layout a little bit more interest. Now I'm going through my ephemera box, and really at this point, this ephemera box is all full of just Vicki Boutin stuff. I think it is anything Vicki Boutin that I've collected from who knows how many different collections. So that's what I have left there in that box, and that's what I'm using to pull from. You can see I added that little splatter sticker. I've got here, this is just a little circle die cut that I made, but I put blue texture, or not blue texture, but blue glitter gel on it. And I think I used that for a layout, a while ago, but this was like an extra one. So I add that down there over in the corner. I'm trying to figure out where can I put some of these chipboard thickers. At first I was not super successful, but then I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this different one. It's not a flower. It says smile, and I put it up on top of the photo as though it's a little tag or tab. And then I use this little dragonfly here to finish off my layout. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the pictures for some close-ups up next. I'll see you next time. Bye.